and in this podcast, I'm going to cover it recently caught the attention of educative authorities because there were adolescent suicides. The best strategy to stop bullying consists of teaching children to accept the others as they are and to place themselves in their place. Teenagers have enough control of their impulses, and sometimes the parents cannot accept this situation and they try to act in a rude way. This causes the teenager to act in a rebellious way, creating new problems. It is basic that parents realize they have to be alert to help their children to reduce some risks. School assaults are the set of physical, psychological, and verbal abuse among school children that is repeated for a while. There must be a victim and an aggressor. This concept mainly includes physical violence. On the other hand, mobbing includes verbal violence. The first and most important psychologist who devoted all his studies to school aggression, that is to say, bullying, was the Norwegian Dan Olweus in 1973. The most important aspect when it comes to studying the types of aggression is to take into account the effects that can occur to the victims. Bullying rarely provokes irreversible consequence on the victim, both psychologically and physically. Bullying is a worrying issue that, on the other hand, is difficult to detect. Bad words, physical attacks, isolation, intimidation are the most common aggressions. People who use their strength to deal with the weakest one are often motivated by low self-esteem, which is insecurity. The main characteristic of the aggressor is that they know how to use their psychological or physical power over other people. That means that the aggressor doesn't necessarily have to be strong or big. The aggressor can be somebody with little physical strength and smaller than the victim. Group pressure conditions a lot on the attitude of each person, and this causes the aggressor to behave in a violent way. Victims are often weaker and innocent, usually without friends or with no support from peers. And they have often somewhat insecure as their own aggressors. An aggressor will always be aggressive if the situation does not stop in time. The witnesses are very important, but it can be said that they are the ones who are more likely to stop a situation of school violence.